Errant WASA customers, be warned, you can lose your property if you fail to clear off arrears you owe to the authority. WASA's chairman Romney Thomas says the authority is owed millions of dollars in arrears and the utility has come up with a plan to recover the outstanding monies.
Certainly before the end of the year, probably to advertise some properties for sale. Yeah.
And that falls under the WASA Act?
It's not actually under the WASA. Is probably the only public utility that has the power to sell a property for outstanding rates, and that falls under, I think, is the Rates and Recovery of Charges Act, if I recall correctly. But it gives us the power to sell properties for outstanding rates, water rates.
However, Mr. Thomas said they will issue a stern warning before such actions are taken.
Well, right now it's a warning, but we have to collect the outstanding rates. Right? It's way too much to have outside there, and at the same time, you know, we struggling for money to pay contractors and so forth. You know, we have to. It's our duty to try and recover that.
So you can't see whether by next year WASA will be cracking down on Errant's customers.
Oh, we're doing it now. We're doing it now. But in terms of the sale of properties.
As for the amount of debt, the chairman said WASA is being owed over $400 million in arrears.
You know, there's some Errant customers that have large outstanding arrears that we want to try and target.
What is that figure?
It's a lot. It's well in the hundreds of millions. What we have, the figure we have right now is probably close to about $500 million $500 million in arrears.
But is that both residential and commercial?
That's residential and commercial customers.
The chairman said while these steps may appear to be drastic, it is necessary in the case of errant customers. Minister in the Office of the Attorney General, Stuart Young, says investigations into corrupt practices at WASA will commence soon, and he alludes to a fire at the WASA headquarters in St. Joseph in January 2016.
WASA. Immediately as that became known, there was a fire at your headquarters. I want to put the population on alert from today. That work is going to continue now, and I'm going to give it direction, and we're going to clean up some of the corruption that exists. And those who are afraid of it need not be afraid.
Minister Young says he is set on eradicating corruption and ensuring things are done correctly.
This country would have seen yesterday that certain proceedings were filed in our fight against corruption. Those proceedings are now before the court, and as a government we leave them there for the court to determine whether those acts of corruption were really acts of corruption or not. But I throw our minds, WASA, back to 2 years ago